Hello all, Colin here. Tuesday morning. Still in the Outer Banks. Pipe of the morning. My Mark Tinsky author. First smoke out of this pipe. Bought it for smoke and flake, which is what I'm doing. Actually, for the first time. First time trying flake. And McBaron's Old Dark Fire, the flake of choice for this morning. Pretty tasty stuff. It's still lit. I'm surprised. I don't know how long that's going to last. Probably go out pretty shortly. As you can see, sun's coming up. I think it's like 7 something. I'm not sure. Got up pretty early this morning, and that's okay. Came out for a coffee and pipe and that. Watched a lot of videos yesterday. Birdman did a bunch of videos, got me thinking about a lot of things, and looks like he's sort of trying to get us focused back on informational videos instead of, look at me smoking and look at me opening a box videos, which I think is fantastic. It's what brought me here in the first place. I kind of sensed some frustration that the community had been sort of getting away from being that information bank. And I don't mean that flippantly or, in a pejorative sense towards Birdman. His videos are phenomenal. That guy's knowledge base is just incredible. One of the people that I definitely gravitate towards to learn information. Anyhow, so I'm going to bet this is out, but I'm going to try. It is out, so that leads me to my informational portion of this video. As much as I love to just sit and listen to the ocean and let you listen to the ocean with me. I had a change of heart when it comes to lighters. A couple weeks ago in my previous video, you saw me at Gettysburg having a pipe in the ripping wind and the freezing cold, and I had a tough time smoking outdoors, and that was my first real experience with outdoor smoking. Real outdoor, elemental outdoor. And as I told y'all before, I'm very interested in the spiritual side of this hobby. So I want to be outdoors. I want to be not sitting in my garage or leaning up against my truck or whatever it will be. I want to be there. So I had a tough time at Gettysburg, and I was smoking really hard. My pipe was burning hot. My tongue was on fire. Like to the point of feeling like I was doing permanent damage to my tongue. I know I wasn't, but it hurt, which made me not want to smoke, which made me enjoy a lot less. Let me pivot that around because my hand's getting tired. So I started thinking about what I could do to light. I bought this a while back. This is the Peterson lighter, just like the old. It's very similar to the Old Boy. See that? It's a fantastic lighter. I will continue to sing the praises of this lighter forever. I mean, I love this lighter. It's fantastic. Wouldn't change it. Wouldn't trade it for the world. It works all the time, except outdoors is a problem. And candidly, when Bradley from Stuff and Things did his initial, hey, look at this, he said that it was going to be a problem in the wind. And I went, that guy doesn't. He can't be right. He generally is. And I found that out. It was very difficult using this in any kind of moving air. So I started thinking about what I could do to change that. And I'd seen people with the Zippos and the inserts in the Zippos. I wouldn't use the lighter fluid version of Zippos. And I know people do, and I'm not coffee. Again, in my super Wile E. Coyote mug. Thanks, owners of this house. everybody has their own thing, and everybody does things their own way. They light them up the way they want, and the key is to get them lit. I'd love to use matches, but man, I got frustrated as hell with matches. Going through match after match after match after match. So, gave up on that. So what I did was I ordered a Zippo insert, and I got to thinking that I had a Zippo. I have two. Though one of them's just a plain silver. And then one that I remembered that I hadn't touched in years came back to mind, and I'm going to show that to you now. Now, it's probably backwards on this video because I'm taking selfie video, as I am always prone to doing, unless I can get my 7-year-old to film me, which she loves to do, but she's still sleeping. This is my father's Zippo. Now, not to go down a somber track, my father's initials on the back there. I lost my father in 2004. My father was not a pipe smoker. My father was a probably 5-pack a day Salem cigarette smoker. Menthols. Joyous. And he would smoke them. He was a pharmacist, so he would stand at the counter at the pharmacy back in the old days when the pharmacist did, mix things up, and, it was like the mad scientist in the lab. And he would have a counter, and he would walk back and forth. And he'd have a cigarette burning where he was putting the pills together to bottle them. He'd have a cigarette burning at his typewriter, or he typed typewriter. Seriously, I just said that, typewriter. This was at Drug Fair. That's what the store was called. This is a while back. This is my youth coming back out. And he had another cigarette burning at where he bagged them to pass them out to be given to the customers. So you can understand how he'd burn through 5 packs a day. Nonetheless, he was also a Navy veteran. Now, I am an Army veteran. 1990 to 95. I think I might have mentioned that before. And he was in World War II, though he caught the tail end of World War II. He never left the United States. So after he got out, he got that made for himself. I don't ever remember seeing him use this. I don't know how the hell he was my dad, so he probably had like a magical, he could look at it and the cigarette would light up. Because he was my dad, he could do anything he wanted to. Still can. But this lighter. And I didn't remember where it was, and I went looking around the house, and then it dawned on me that I had stuck it in a drawer somewhere. So I went up hoping it was there, and sure enough it was there. And I popped in this insert. I forgot the company. It's not the Zippo version. Thunderbird, Thunder, some shit. Thunder Kitten, I don't know. And I don't like it as much as the Zippo one, because the Zippo one's open on both sides. This one's got a single side. But this thing works fantastic, and it works in the weather, which is what I was hoping for. So I've changed my mind on lighting, and I'd suggest to you that you pick a Zippo up with the insert. It's made it possible for me to smoke down here. I'm at the ocean, the wind's roaring pretty much all the time. It's a little chilly out here as well, but it just shoots the flame straight down. You hold it steady right over the bowl. Hold it steady, unlike I'm holding my camera right now. Sorry about the shakes. My arm's a little weak because I've been holding the camera for a while. Get one of these. Try it out. It's not the be-all, do-all. I'm sure somebody else has got a better system out there, a better method, and I'll find that too. But get you one. I've changed my opinion on the Peterson being my end of the world as we know it lighter. Back to my Tinsky. War Dog, I did a video a while back when I got this one talking about this. He got his pianoforte. I didn't like this. This is what is often called a 320 shape in the Savinelli world, or an author elsewhere. I didn't like them. They reminded me, and I said it before, reminded me of pot pipes. I don't know why, I don't know. And so I was like, I want one of those. I love this pipe. I got a hold of Mark Tinsky, asked him to make this for me, which he did. So this is one of a me. I got another one coming from him in about a week. I'll probably pay for it this weekend. Not another one of these. It's anyhow, it's not one of these. It's a blast, one of his blast line, a Lavat, I believe. I love the way this smokes. In the brief time I've been smoking it this morning, I need to get a pipe cleaner to get a little bit of the gurgle out because I'm a little bit sloppy at this point. But I literally bought it for flake. I saw some reviews, people saying that this is the go-to for flake because of the size of the bowl, the width of the bowl, it lets it burn. I like what I've had so far. I did the bend, fold, and stuff on the Old Dark Fired. This is tasty stuff. It's weird to me. It's the first time I've had the flake. I have some other flake that I've handled, but this is the first. I have some bulk. I don't remember. It's the Navy flake, but I don't remember who makes it. The first time I've opened a tin of flake, and it literally looks like, for those of you that have not opened it before, it looks like sticks of tobacco gum, which is kind of weird, but also strangely delicious sounding. Anyhow, loaded it up, the bend, fold, and stuff. I tried to let it dry a little bit on a napkin or paper towel. I don't know if it made much of a difference. It did burn for a little bit, but I've been focusing on this and it went out. Didn't have a lot of the shake. I hate to use that terminology, especially in light of what I just said about the marijuana pipe. So I didn't, it's mostly solid flake that went in there. But it lit up well, it's burning well, it tastes delicious. It's really good. I'm not sure it's a smart idea for me to empty stomach it first thing in the morning, but it hasn't hurt me so far. And I'll get back to it. So those are my thoughts on what is now day 3 of my Outer Banks ocean vacation. I have not gotten down to I've gotten down to the beach. I haven't smoked down at the beach. Had a chance to run up and down the sand with my kids yesterday, which is just pure magic for me. I just thought about how wonderful it is for them to have the opportunity to be in a place like this. We didn't vacation when I was a kid for longer than an overnight. So I'm excited to be able to bring my children to a place like this, a place that's so magical for me, that I hope becomes as magical for them as it is for me. Ran up and down in the sand. It was cold down there, and I just didn't care. The sound of the ocean, the crash of the waves, the birds flying by, the beach is fairly wide open. There's not a lot of people. I'm loving every second of this. I'm holding on tight. I can bring my dad with me. We always look at ways to bring our family members that we've lost with us. So I try to find those little ways too. And so I feel like my dad's with me down here as well. So I'm still enjoying it. Trying to share some information, but also share the beauty of this place, my happy place. And that'll probably cover it for me for today. So I'll try and find some new informational stuff to share for you tomorrow. So enjoy yourself today. Hope you don't have to go to work, but if you do, the weekend's coming. Take care.